What is your relationship with fear? That is a question that I asked myself today after finishing my Toastmaster meeting. Today, during the table topics, we had the opportunity to talk about our lessons in sports. And I mentioned a time in my life when I was a soccer player, back when I was 15 years old in Colima, Mexico. When my coach in a final, Colima against Jalisco, my coach asked me if I wanted to be one of the persons to do a penalty kick. And you know what I said? I said no. I said no because I was afraid of failing. I didn't want it to mess up. And that is something that sometimes I think about. And today, after the Toastmaster meeting, I was thinking about what is my relationship with fear and what has been my relationship with fear. And I have learned that most of us are afraid of something, or at least the majority of us. And that's okay. The problem is not fear, the problem is how you manage your fear. In the past few months, I've been working on personal development courses. And the first thing that was on my list about things that are stopping me from doing better in my life is fear. And I put that on my list because I wanted to find a way to manage fear. Sometimes we are afraid of failing, and it's okay to fail sometimes. We are not perfect. We are human beings. And sometimes we're going to fail and we're going to mess up. And that's okay. We learn from our mistakes. We stand up and move forward. Sometimes we are afraid of rejection. But you know what? I have learned in life that we should give it a try, that we should knock 10 doors. And if one, two, or three say yes and open the door, that's great. Even if the other ones say no. No, it's okay. When you push harder and you manage your fear of rejection and you continue to push and to look for that door to open, you will get there someday. Sometimes we are afraid that we don't have all of the answers, and we will never do. Nobody in this world has all of the answers. There are very intelligent people, but nobody has all of the answers in this world. And that's okay because you are a human being. I am a human being, and we don't have all of the answers. But you know what? When I don't have an answer, I ask questions. I research, I read, I Google, I ask experts. And sometimes I even ask myself, sometimes we have answers within ourselves. Other type of fear that we have is the fear of believing in ourselves. But why? That is so damaging. The biggest supporter that we should have, the number one supporter that we should have is ourselves. And that is part of self-love. When we believe in ourselves, we say, I love you. And that is important. So we have many fears. A lot of people are afraid of something. But what happens if we let those fears control us? We don't live a fulfilling life. We don't live a life where we can experiment and where we can try new things and where we can do new things and meet new people. So I encourage you to manage your fear. And some of the lessons that I have learned, some of the steps that I have learned in the past few months on how to overcome fear is The first step, friend your fear. Make fear your friend. Acknowledge it. Face it. Tell it that you see it. And ask it to be your friend. Ask it to be your homie, to your supporter. Instead of blocking you and stopping you from achieving what you want to do in life, ask it to help you and to collaborate with you. And that is something that I've been trying and is helping me. And I have learned this from watching videos, from getting tips from other people. The second step that I have been applying is to take a smart risk. If you are afraid of something, of taking a decision or doing a project, take a smart risk. Try to think about the costs versus the benefits. And if the benefits are greater than the cost, give it a try. And if you fail, it's okay. Learn from it. But at least you know that you're taking a smart risk. The fourth step is to breathe and meditate whenever you are afraid. Breathe, meditate. There are videos online on YouTube. 5-minute meditation videos, 10-minute meditation videos. The fourth and last step is to get support. Ask your friends to support you, somebody who you trust, or deal with that fear with a therapist. Because at the end of the day, if we have a better relationship with fear, we're gonna live a more fulfilling life.